Okay, hello guys. This is gonna be a very, very interesting stream. This is gonna be my first time actually trying to do interviews. I did mention this is my first time doing interviews like Lex Friedman. If you guys do not know who that guy is, just for a quick background, Lex Friedman is I believe he's a computer scientist at MIT, and he does interviews with a bunch of like political people. And the interviews are usually very long, like 1 to 3 hours. I don't think we're gonna have like a 1 to 3, 4, 5 hour interview here. But at least I shouldn't sound like a robot, alright? I shouldn't sound like the interview between him and Mark Zuckerberg where people are like joking. Two AIs are having a conversation together. It shouldn't be like that. But welcome. Also,
Yeah,
you guys already know
gonna
who's gonna be
one.
here.
Yeah, spoiler alert, it's me.
Yeah. Also,
Hold your applause, please, please.
I can't clap.
Hey, I said hold it.
Hold it. Oh my god. I'm terrible. Oh my god. Okay, so for you guys in like the background, just as we are speaking, we're gonna have times where there won't be any music playing. And then there will be times where you have a little bit of music playing in the background. If the music is too loud, let me know. But I'm gonna be having the music at about half volume in my Apple Music app. We're gonna start with title screen, but you guys may hear any random song on the face of the planet here from Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, so please enjoy. If you guys can even hear the song, I don't even know if you guys are. Please tell me if you are hearing the music. If the answer is no, if the answer is no,
No, that's.
if the answer is no, I made a mistake.
I don't know. The chat seems pretty dead. So.
I know. It had like almost 7 viewers at one point. But here we get into like introductions, not anything serious. But Kyrb, what do you want to tell the audience?
I'm straight.
You're straight. Okay, great. Okay. We have one thing, he's straight. I can hear it, but it's overlapped by Bite Me. Mirror Drone Sniper. Okay, yeah. Is it too loud though? Just let me know. It should be like half volume, so you should be able to hear it, but we should be talking louder than it. If you can't hear it though, that's a big problem because you can't hear some good music in the back. Okay. So, at least for me.
Oh my god, is that the dreamer?
Who's the dreamer? Oh wait, he's here. Yo, let's go. Hello, dreamer. Welcome to stream. Okay, so for this,
who's the dreamer?
I don't know.
Okay, continue.
But for this stream, questions will be random, and I have to actually think about stuff to ask Kyrb. So we won't have categories, but we'll just be throwing out questions and seeing how long you can go. And then
Yeah, if you have a question, don't worry, you can ask me too, and I will probably answer that unless it's something private. Like if you're asking who's my girlfriend, I'm not gonna tell you. Mainly because I don't have one.
Just lie, bro. Just lie. Just lie. Just lie.
Okay, she is, Native African.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I know.
Dude, it could be so much better. Life could be so much better. Gotta wait till 2029, folks.
Yeah.
It's 5 years away.
We're gonna be. The stream ain't gonna finish until I'm done with high school.
Okay, guys. So
Which,
when this music changes, then we'll finally start getting into questions because this title loading screen is a bit buggy to me. But the first question of the day is how are you doing, and what are we plan, and what's the plan for future content, sir?
ooh, okay. So today, I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday, I had an audition at the nearby ballet thing because I do ballet,
Correct.
and I also got accepted immediately. So yay!
That's great.
So
man.
I'm in pretty high spirits because of that. And today, yeah, I've just been watching anime all day. So
Okay. What type of anime?
yeah.
What type of anime were we watching?
Well, it originally started out with like Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. It also went
Oh wait.
Then it changed. Yeah, it changed to other stuff. Today I finished Bunny Girl Senpai, but it was actually a good anime. So
Okay, that's
even
good.
though the name sounds the name sounds weird to say, it sounds weird to say it out loud, but
Bunny Girl Senpai.
yeah, surprisingly you only see her in a bunny outfit twice the entire anime.
What's it about? Because I never watched that before.
It's like if I had to give a quick summary without spoiling too much, like I can just spoil the first 3 episodes. Basically, this random loner goes into a library, sees a girl in a bunny outfit. Turns out that woman is a famous actor who is suffering from something called adolescence syndrome, which basically means she is unseen to really everyone except him. So the first 3 episodes are just him trying to help her be seen. So
I feel like that could relate to like a lot of people in real life, you know, because like
yeah,
a decent amount of people in real life.
The entire anime.
They're like there are a decent amount of people who are invisible to other people, but not literally. They're just invisible as people don't talk to them, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the first 3 episodes. The entire thing is really just describing adolescence in like a very great way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, adolescence is usually when people just try to figure stuff out, you know. That's when you get your identity.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of content, sir, where are we going with the future of the channel?
Where are we going? Well, currently I'm just like freelancing currently, just finding games that I find interesting and making videos on them. But that's all going to change once I get all the parts for the gaming PC I'm building. Then it will be like more focused on certain games. Like that's when I'll start finding like my mojo, more like it. Like, what makes me me?
Interesting. That is an interesting question, because like for games, if you are trying to make content with the new PC that you're eventually planning to build, I think it's top secret. We don't know what's in it. But what games are you really planning for? Like what's the drive? What type of content are we thinking about if we're moving into 2026 maybe?
2026 maybe, depends on the games that are currently out. Like, I'm gonna try and play some fighting games, online co-op games, like things where like there's a sense of chaos, I would say it, which kind of makes Splatoon 3 like one of the perfect games. But like I might play some other games. I'm probably going to be a little bit of a freelancer then, but otherwise mainly fighting games or team co-op games. That is my current plan, so.
Okay, a little bit of speculation. I saw a YouTube video by Al Wumi talking about maybe potential Switch 2 games that could release, and in 2026, 2027, the new Smash Bros. Could release. Do you think that's possible?
It is possible, but it's not going to be like Smash Ultimate, where since Smash Ultimate has 90 plus characters, I don't think they're gonna pull the same card twice.
What do you mean by that, sir?
Like, well, I'm just saying, like, they're gonna need, like, a new idea, more like it. Like, with Smash Ultimate, when they brought, like, all previous characters back into one game, like, it's a great idea, and Smash Ultimate has, like, pretty much everything perfected at this point. But if they were to make another Smash title, they would have to, well, find another thing that really would, like, make the new Smash Bros. Different than the others. Like, the original Smash Bros. Had 8 characters in a few different stages. In Classic Mode, that was it. Melee added a little bit more. Brawl had the Subspace Emissary. Smash 4 was just Smash 4. And Smash Ultimate had, like, a bunch of things that made it unique. If they were to make a Smash 7, they would have to, well, find a way to make it different from the others.
would okay. This may be a dumb question, but do you think they'll add loot boxes to Smash?
Maybe if it was like a Smash Bros. Mobile game, probably, but like there's still a slight chance that they might.
I would doubt.
I mean, you never know with gaming companies, so.
I would doubt that they drop loot boxes, but I imagine if they did, it's gonna be Spirit loot boxes.
Yeah, like maybe Spirit loot boxes, like, oh, congrats, you get a new fighter, but only if you order this $10,000 SSSR loot box.
No, they probably would actually do that, if I'm gonna be honest. They might make okay.
Yeah.
One new feature I think they might add in a new Smash. I don't think they've done this yet, but they might make it. They might remove it from like a 2D platformer fighter. They might make it a 3D platformer fighter that's open world. Do you think that's possible?
It could be. Like, it could be like a Fortnite iteration of Smash Bros.
They could definitely do that. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna port in Sonic's dimension into the Mario universe. And Donkey Kong. Well, no. Donkey Kong's in Mario's universe. I don't know. They're probably gonna do like a Super Nintendo map where there's portals everywhere.
Yeah.
But how will that change
end
the
up doing
meta?
that?
That's the question. Who do you think is gonna
I
be
have
top
absolutely
tier?
no idea.
Who do you think is gonna be top tier in a new Smash game?
I mean,
At the start.
probably one at the start.
Yeah.
Depending on who they bring back, but if I'm going off of like depending on like who's the best now and like who they're probably gonna end up giving nerfs to,
Yeah.
I would say like it could be Captain Falcon. Who knows? But definitely probably like one of the mid tiers would have like a little bit more of a rise. Like not number one, but one of the better ones.
Yeah, we could definitely see that. Now, but here's the big question about like a Smash game, though. Well, wait, continue what you were saying before we answer the next question.
I already forgot what I was going to say, so just ask the next question.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, the next question. The real important question for any Smash game. Who's getting added?
Ooh, Waluigi, no question.
Okay, Waluigi is number one pick. Who we think he's number two? Because I'm thinking like
Number two?
I'm thinking that this new Smash game adds 40 new characters, but it removes 30.
Yeah, like I would say Waluigi has to be one of them.
Okay.
But I'd say second pick, probably like another Sonic character or something.
Are we thinking like Tails or Amy? What are we thinking?
Like, I mean, if they wanted to go the little bit more of the lazy route, I suppose they could do Shadow, but preferably like a completely different character. Like maybe Knuckles could be like a Little Mac but faster.
Right. I mean,
well, never mind. Little Mac is pretty fast.
Well, if we have
like,
if we have Knuckles in there, that could actually kind of work.
Yeah.
Although I think like maybe we add another Swordy into the game, which is highly likely. So which Swordy is getting into the game next?
Swordy. Imagine if they like just brought Tanjiro into Smash Bros out of nowhere.
Conjuro?
Demon Slayer.
Oh. You know, that's a possibility. They could do that. They got Steve in the game, so maybe we could get some more copyrighted characters. Maybe we can get Maybe we get whatchamacallit? Maybe we get Thor from Marvel into the game.
Ooh, yeah. Like Phoenix Wright. He's already in Capcom versus Marvel. Put him in Smash.
They could definitely do that. I don't know who else they would add though. But who? Okay, thinking who they're gonna add is much harder than thinking who they're going to delete. Who do you think is getting shafted the minute the next game is announced?
Probably Dr. Mario, if I'm being honest.
Dr. Mario will probably be they'll probably assimilate him in Mario somewhere.
Yeah, but like just him as his own character, maybe not.
Yeah, as his own character, he's gone. Just kaput. Maybe. Well, no. They never remove sword characters. That's not happening. They never remove a swordie.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. They don't really remove any of like the classic 8 either. So.
What's the chance that Snake gets in? I think like maybe it's a 10% chance, maybe.
Yeah, probably like 10%, more like it. Like, he didn't come in for Smash 4. Why would he come back in for Smash 7?
Wait, it's technically Smash 6, isn't it? I think it's Smash 6, not Smash 7. We've been talking about the wrong game.
Well, I consider it Smash 7 because there's already 6 Smash games that are out. You have the original, Melee, Brawl, 3DS, Wii U, and now Ultimate.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So in reality, it's Smash 6, but I just call it Smash 7.
Okay.
So.
I don't know. Maybe they add Raiden into the game for Metal Gear Solid 2 or Rising. They could do that.
Yeah. Honestly, he would be a pretty cool character too.
I don't know how much money they're gonna have to spend to get him.
Probably a lot, but
besides Smash, whatever games do we think could come out for Switch 2 that you'd probably actually play?
probably the next 3D Mario. Like, listen, by the time I graduate, Mario Odyssey, the last 3D Mario game, is going to be 10 years old.
Yeah.
That's 2 years away. We have gone 8 years so far without another 3D Mario.
Is the Mario drop?
So, like, if there's
another, I don't know.
Like, if there's another 3D Mario, I'm going to play it on my channel because it's going to be like a moment in history.
Okay, so for this 3D Mario, let's speculate on like a timestamp. Would you say that the game is most likely... Is the game in development right now? It's the question I'm gonna ask you.
Probably not.
Probably
if I'm being
not.
completely honest.
Not in development.
Probably not. Like, you saw how long it took for Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Metroid Prime 4 took about, I think, 7 years. Yeah, it took 7 years to get a gameplay trailer out of it after its announcement.
Yep.
So,
like, it was announced, but also they were asking for people to help write a story for it. Like, not like 2 years ago. So.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a good excuse. But for
Yeah.
For a game like Mario, if it's not in development now, and Switch 2 is possibly next year, do you think they're gonna drop it like a year 3 of its release of the console being out?
I would say definitely within the first 3 years they're going to launch a new 3D Mario.
Okay. I'd definitely be hyped to play a new 3D Mario. But for you specifically, when you play 3D Mario, what's the goal? What are we trying to do?
Like, my goal, normally it's like to 100% the game. So, like, that would go, beat the game, get all the collectibles, and then never play the game again.
Oh god. But I mean,
yeah, I'm halfway there with Mario Galaxy 1 3D All-Stars version. So
yeah, okay. I mean, usually 100%ing Mario takes a long time. I think it usually takes probably for if they were to release a new 3D Mario game, at least take 200 hours. I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I 100%ed Mario Wonder in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not long at all.
Yeah, it's not that long when you take in consideration most of the other games, but
I mean, I guess it's expected because it's a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
But for a 3D Mario game, what are you looking for the most in it? Because you mentioned that you like 100% in the game, but for you, what's the most fun part of the 3D Mario game that's gonna actually keep playing hold on, let me rephrase myself. That's gonna allow you to keep playing after you 100% the game. What do you think is gonna be needed to keep you there?
I guess some sort of thing that like gives me a new experience as well as enjoyable music, I would say. Like something to like some sort of very good replayability. Like side order but Mario and not roguelike.
Side order but Mario and not roguelike.
Yeah, like it's different every time. But you have everything you need. Just gets harder and harder.
I mean, they could probably do something where maybe they do a like a portal system for that. They could they could have like they could make a 3D Mario game surrounded around portals and time travel. They could do that. Although that might be stupid. Time travel might actually be bad for Mario.
I mean, that could work actually. Like you could have them like it could be like, oh, this is Mario, like a 3D version of 1-1 from the original Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Like just 3D versions of each of Mario's past adventures.
Yeah,
it could work. It could sell well if it's done right.
If they actually did that, I think they might sell 200 million copies within the first year.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's like something. It's like perfect.
But how would they do that? Because if you're thinking like 100%ing, right, a Mario game,
yeah,
you're usually within one part of the timeline completing everything. So if we're trying to go back in time, how long is that going to be if we're thinking about it? Because now we're like thinking, oh, you have like the main timeline which you're actually in, but you could do all these other timelines and other dimensions. Well, not dimensions, but different points of time. So if Mario does all of that, that's definitely going to take at least longer than 100 hours. So you're looking more at Xenoblade type level of hours played.
Yeah, like maybe not like the entirety of each game. Like maybe just like a few specific and favorite levels.
If we do that,
if
we do that, that will be kind of like faster, yeah.
Yeah, like don't go through like every single level or like every single star in Mario Galaxy. Just pick a few favorite things from each game. Do it right. And you have a new 3D Mario that's, well, interesting and attention-grabbing.
What's the chance that they find a way to port all the games into the same timeline somehow? What if they were able to like, okay, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, all the games we found a way to combine them into this singular 3D Mario game, but it's not just the fan favorite levels. Each one has their own new story off the one that you had in those original games. What would that be like?
I would say like maybe you could play like through the original story, but like you can expand upon it. Like it's fully remastered versions of like the best Mario titles, like and 3Dified. But like you can play through like the entire game again or something, or or maybe just like the last half of it.
Yeah.
But then oh wait, actually scratch that. The first half, or maybe like first quarter or so of each Mario game. It's like this. It's a Mario that's already experienced this, but he's traveled back in time. But because he's already experienced this, and he prevents certain stuff from happening, the timeline changes, and like something even greater appears, like a bigger danger than what was originally happening. Like something could happen. Something just takes Peach again and again, or something.
So like,
so
like what you're saying is like, when you play the game and like you don't do certain like side quests, like maybe, or like you fail to do stuff in time, that happens, like Peach gets captured again.
No, what I'm saying is like you would play like the first quarter of eighth of like Mario 64 or something. Like you would beat the first boss in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But like you just get more and more. And what happens is, since you're like avoiding what should have happened, like you're breaking like the time thing or whatever. Essentially what's happening is like you're breaking the timeline and the events are changing. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to stop the thing that's changing the timeline, sending you back in time, while also, you know.
Oh yeah, so like the actions that you take, the actions that you take change the timeline, and now you're just trying to fix that kind of thing.
Yeah, like you can do things out of order. Like it's like you have full access to everything, but you have nothing. Like if you were doing Mario Sunshine, for example, like you wouldn't have Flood yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go to like something where you would need Flood.
Yeah, I can
like,
see that.
You can do it out of order, and like once you collect a certain amount of like shines or something,
mm-hmm.
like the timeline just breaks a little bit, and like something changes, and you know what it is, but it causes catastrophic changes to everything.
Bowser takes over fully, kind of thing.
Yeah, like you can lose all of your like the power, like I don't know, the power of the shine sprites just turn out to be completely useless, and you have to collect something new, for example.
I can see Mario collecting seashells to fight Bowser. I can see that.
It's like coconuts.
Yeah, collect.
Get this up. Get this up, Bowser.
Collect coconuts to make the secret cocoa liquid, and then you could turn that into a sword. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Although actually, if the goal is collecting coconuts, you can actually make a game around that.
Oh yeah.
That would actually technically be its own spin-off game. Mario doesn't collect coins anymore, he goes for coconuts.
One coconut is equal to 1 coin.
Yeah, but if you touch an actual coin, you lose all your coconuts.
Like, with this, all your coconuts have been bought.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Like Bowser controls everything, but he doesn't control the coconut market. Oh wait, yeah. Hold on. They can
he controls the coconut market instead.
Okay, make a 3D Mario game that's based around Mario trying to like help the Mushroom Kingdom not be poor anymore. So he donated all his coins, but it wasn't enough. So now he goes to a faraway land to make money to help the kingdom, right? But Bowser's already there making so much money, stealing the money. You can make
like
a time
Bowser's stealing money, like it's like I don't know, it's like King Dedede stealing all of the like food from Dreamland in Kirby 1.
Yeah, the same kind of idea, except that Bowser actually has like a much bigger army. He's invested. So not only has he stolen the money, he's also stolen Peach too. You could make a game around that.
Put in Mario's face.
Yeah. They just come up with the new...
Ah, Mario, I have money, and look at this. I got your wife, Peach.
Yeah, like something like that.
Sucker.
Like, Bowser just comes up with a super upgraded clown car and an airship and just steals Peach instantly.
It's like instant transmission from Dragon Ball, just steals Peach immediately.
Yeah, something like that. He bought the new magic spear. And now you have to find enough coconuts. Yeah, you find enough coconuts.
Koopa Clown Car Premium.
Yeah, something like that. You combine all the coconuts, you make the Super Coca Gun, and then you crash the magic spear, and then you can actually go fight Bowser.
Yeah.
I like how the music gets more intense as soon as we talk about Bowser. It got more intense.
Ah.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
talked about games for a little bit. Now let's talk about the channel. When you first started your channel, what were you trying to do with it?
Honestly, what I was originally trying to do was I was just trying to... After my first video, I just wanted like to make videos for fun.
Right.
Like, during the beginning, it was mainly just, oh wait, YouTube, famous, golden play button, I want it, money, money, money. Because, you know, it's like every young kid's dream to become a YouTuber.
Gotta make the money somehow.
Except, I mean, yeah, I have to pay the child support somehow, so.
Wait, well, no, you don't have to pay that. Your parents do.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay that. You don't have to pay to support yourself. But
Yeah.
I mean, since
The
then,
parents are still together, so.
but I mean, since that, it's been you founded the channel in 2020, but you didn't actually do anything at the height of the pandemic. And now
like,
it's 2023.
Yeah, and like until 2023 in April, the channel was just there,
Sitting.
but it was never used. And then when I turned 14, well, when I was almost 15, but when I was 14, so over a year ago, I convinced my parents
Yeah.
with a PowerPoint presentation to actually let me make YouTube videos.
How in depth was this
And, like,
PowerPoint presentation that you presented to them?
It wasn't that in depth, really. I don't know if I even still have it.
Oh God, gotta keep the history, man. Gotta keep.
Yeah, I
history.
mean, I don't think it was anything special. It was just, oh, here are a bunch of reasons why I should have it, and I just addressed the worries about having it.
Yeah. I feel that's fair. I didn't have to convince my mom to do it because I was making videos in 2019 when she wasn't home, and I did most of my stuff. I did a large amount of my streaming in 2020, and didn't do much in 2021. That was a big mistake. And then I resumed stuff in later 2022. But I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like, when I first started making videos, it was like very late in the summer. So I spent like maybe 2 weeks recording videos constantly.
yeah. I mean, did you upload
And-
any of them or no?
Oh yeah, I uploaded all of them.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could probably show that if you want. I don't know.
Now I'm just gonna list them off. Like I despise Mario Kart. I hate Turf Wars. I hate Splatanas. I hate Splattershot Pros. Idiot Goes to Dreamland. Splatoon Shenanigans with friends. Idiot takes 2 more idiots to Dreamland. Ghoulies are my worst nightmare. Playing dead Nintendo games. Memes I stole from Discord. Literally. Walter White versus 2 brothers with a sibling bond. Squeaky clean directs. Splatoon 3 blaster montage. More Splatoon shenanigans. With Minty Moon and Potboy. Markiplier shows the Splatoon opinions I have heard of in the past. Doing stuff with the streamers on YouTube and Twitch. So that was like not quite when I was all in, but the first few, like the I Hate series, those were recorded in the span of 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. I mean, a lot of those videos were like, I think might be easier to make, but like hating a certain weapon, that's totally valid. But I mean...
Yeah, I mean, in reality, I don't hate them. Like, come on, I'm a Splatana main. How can I hate my favorite weapon class?
It's too good. That's how you hate it.
Exactly. Like, you can't hate something you love. It's like
Well, actually...
hating... It's like loving something you hate, like spinach.
ironically, love and hate are the same thing, just different. Because you hate things more when it's someone you love is doing them. Ironically. Yeah. So they're essentially on the same coin. The only thing that's different is not caring about something. That's on a different spectrum.
Yeah.
Like, do you care enough to hate it? Do you care enough to love it, or do you not care at all?
Okay, Mr. Philosopher.
So, when you were like doing your videos, was collaborating with other people your main way of making videos popular? What was your idea?
The idea was originally, just record videos by myself until I get big enough where I can actually have friends. Unfortunately, that didn't really happen. I got friends immediately and just made videos with them.
Friends immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, like, I milked my in real life friends for like 2 days.
How did you milk
I'm
them?
still, like, I just walked up with them. Like, I was just like, hey, listen, you and I, we should record a video sometime. And that was how Splatoon Shenanigans 1 was made.
I mean, yeah, that made that. Wait, they actually play Splatoon?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
there's one person that plays Splatoon, and I've been friends with him since 7th grade, and I'm still friends with him to this day.
That's lucky. Oh, I don't know if that's lucky.
Yeah.
It could be lucky, it could be chance. I have no idea. Because I don't have friends that stayed that long, because I never really, they're not in the same school. And
yeah, I mean, this
work.
friend I met exclusively in school, and we just got along well, and also we had every class together 1 year, so.
No, that's actually really good. That's actually really good for you.
Yeah, we only started talking simply because I just started blurting stuff out to him. Like, it just started a conversation, and then I started talking about like Japanese stuff. Like, I don't remember what. I think I just started talking about like the different types of deres.
Different types of deres. What are
like
the different types of
tsundere,
deres? Oh,
I mean, you got the tsundere and like the yanderes, so nothing special.
I have to search those terms up. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I don't understand.
I mean, I can give you a quick, explanation of those two.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, basically, a yandere. Have you ever heard of Yandere Simulator?
Yeah, I have.
Well, guess what? That is pretty much accurate. The girl, it's just a girl that is basically killing people so that way she can marry the person she wants.
Okay.
And I'm not joking, but she is willing to go to extreme lengths.
Mm-hmm.
So, tsundere, like, they act like they hate you, but in reality, they just, like, absolutely adore you at every chance they get. Like, you know, like, Doki Doki Literature Club?
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, you know the pink-haired girl on that title screen with, like, the bow in her hair?
I think I already forgot. I can only think of just Monica.
Okay, well, Monica is a yandere.
Yeah.
Because she killed her friends in the literature club just to get with you, the player. So.
I think you're talking about
the
Yuri.
pink-haired one.
I think it's Yuri, right?
Yuri, I guess, also is a yandere to an extent. Or maybe she's just emo, considering she cut herself on her arm a whole lot.
Yeah.
Spoiler!
Don't worry, there's no spoiler penalty.
Hey!
Huh? What else? I guess for your channel, when you look back on it, what's something that you want to change, or that you would have wanted to change looking back, or would you want to have started earlier?
One thing I wish I could change, if I could change one thing about it in the past, I guess it would really just be, like the commentary itself, because the commentary, at this moment in time, I just can't do it when I'm by myself. And it's also difficult when I have people currently, because there's not enough people trying to do the same thing as me, I would say. Like, what I'm trying to do is be funny and just goof off with my friends and play video games. Like, I do not care about winning, I just care about being funny.
Right.
Unfortunately, like, if we take, like, Moon or Sofa into the equation, they are loud, rambunctious, and really just want to win. It's like, I'm still friends with them, because we still get along very well. However, we just don't share the same goals when it comes to content creation. Mainly because Sofa uploads just music MP3s and with a photo for the background, and Moon just quit. So,
dude, I'm trying my hardest not to laugh right now, dude. I'm holding it in, dude.
I mean, you can laugh.
Dude,
I am perfectly.
Dude, I was about to say, like, dude, when they find this video and they look at this, they're going to shame you so badly, dude. What are you doing? Keep that confidential. You don't need to say that. But I mean, they do like to win. I understand that. That's fair.
Yeah, like, I understand. Like, they have their feminine pride to keep in consideration.
Dude. What does that
also,
mean? What does that mean, dude?
Like, the feminine pride, like, it's basically the same thing as male pride, but more feminine. Like, it's just pride in general. Like, you don't want to lose to the point where you will basically cuss everyone out if you don't win.
Oh, wait, no. That's
like,
I would say, like, that is, that's more just, like, a human thing, especially if,
Actually, that's more like a Call of Duty lobby thing.
Yeah. But I would say overall, that's a more of a you don't want something to go bad type of thing, like a human who wants to be in control kind of thing. Like, if you are a person who wants, like, control over something, you would act like that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, like, you want something, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get that thing. Like, if you're really committed to something, you gotta know how to love it, but not love it too much. That's some wise words my dad shared with me, so don't quote me on that. I'm fine. I don't mind stealing his credit. I'm fine stealing my dad's stuff.
I can't quote you on that. Everything here, people will probably quote it eventually. Someone in the future is probably going to quote this entire conversation. But,
oh yeah, like, I could simply say, like, hippity hoppity, get off my property, and I could just be quoted.
Yeah. But I mean,
even though I just quoted Technoblade, someone can quote it from me.
But I mean, since you did mention, like, Moon and Sofa and, like, the relationship between you guys, what would you say is, like, the main thing that you learned by being around them? Like, what have they taught you, and what have you learned by just seeing them interact with one another?
I mean, seeing them interact with one another, it's just, like, a prime example of what today's generation is. Like, take a look at Moon. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, you know how much she loves to roast me and, like, burn me at the stake. Yeah. And, like that one time I lashed back at her, it's simply because I don't completely understand communication skills due to the very, very severe mental anxiety of mine. So, that's something holding me back. That was an original problem that's actually a pretty big problem with my YouTube commentary too, because, like, if I make one false step, dude, I could get canceled before I even started.
Cancelled how? What are you thinking of those?
Like, I don't know, like it's really just the fear of in real life combined with being online at the same time.
Right.
Because I mean, like I'm in a pretty bad situation at school right now for something that I didn't do. Well, it was a giant misunderstanding. I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm not trying to get into my personal life. I want to keep this lighthearted. But I can just give you the simple overview.
No, just go preach, man, preach. It's just as long as it's like as long as it's not something where like we could track you down and find your house. It's all right.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to find me. I'm like, it's just gonna be like a basic overview. I'm not gonna be like reciting the Bible or anything. But what happened was, so like the last month-ish of my freshman year in high school, I dated someone for the grand total of, drumroll, 10 hours. Yeah.
That's better than what I have, man. I haven't dated anyone yet.
Lucky. Women suck.
Dude! Oh my god.
But
they're so hot.
That's
man.
a joke, guys. That's a joke.
They're so hot, man. Come on.
That's a joke, guys. Women aren't actually that difficult. Or, I mean, technically, yes, they are. But okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Anyway,
I mean, they might be difficult to understand from your perspective, but they're not like bad people.
Yeah, they're not bad people. I mean, come on, I'm a ballet dancer. You really think I would keep on doing that if I hated women? No.
I don't know.
But
man.
What happened was, me and this girl who I get technically is not quite my ex, but considers herself my ex, accused me of calling her. Storm, make sure you beep this out in post editing. But I apparently called her a slut, which of course I didn't do that. Like, I had a misunderstanding myself, and like, cause her friend said something about her from my perspective, her having intercourse with her past 7 boyfriends, to which I made a joke about it. I said something among the words of the 7-cock slam. So, yeah, and that situation is the 7-cock slam.
Dude, my brain, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about because I've never experienced any of that because I don't go to school with girls. Well, I will be very soon, but for the past 4 years I haven't seen a girl at school.
Wait, you went to an all-boys school?
Yeah.
You do learn something new every day. Jesus Christ. I thought you went to like a giant public school with like women and everything.
No, I saw no girls in my time.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking like you were the CEO of Riz or something.
No, dude, I'm still missing them, man. I'm still missing them.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm tired of seeing boys.
As far as we know, you're pulling the doors that say push, so.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, the minute like I was at college orientation, I saw a girl like was also in a mask. I sat right down next to her.
Girlfriend.
But I mean, at least from like your perspective, right? Or at least like,
yeah.
When you do talk to people,
they're not horrible people.
When you do,
I can talk to girls, no problem.
But like when you do talk to people, like especially like when you're like mentioning like Moon and Sofa, like when they're loud, for example.
Yeah.
What do you think like is the main thing, at least from like your experience, that like gets people to be loud? Like, what's your main reason that you notice like why they act the way they do?
I mean, it kind of just depends on like what their goals are, because like when I first ever heard Moon's voice, we were just playing Splatoon together. It was just me and Podboy and Moon. We were all playing ranked. Like, I think it was like the 5th month Splatoon 3 was out. Like, we were all having fun. Vital Apex was just playing games in the background.
Yeah.
And I noticed she was really obsessed with winning, while me and Potboy were cracking jokes, just having fun, and like not too focused on winning.
I mean,
but Moon was just like
like you said, like the first 5 months of the game, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what month that was. September, October, November, December. I think that's January 2023, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So that's
January.
When you guys had fun.
Yeah, January 2023. Wait. Never mind. It was not 5 months. It was way later than that. I think Splatoon 3 was out for at least 9 at then.
Okay, if it was out for 9 months, then you guys were playing in June of 2023.
Somewhere after I started making content. Like, I don't know how old it is exactly, but all I know is that it was just the 3 of us. I was still learning the ways of the Splatana wiper.
Yeah.
And we were just having fun. So, you know, that we did all of that. It was fun.
Yeah.
And Moon was always so focused on winning that honestly, I was like, should I troll this girl?
No. I don't think she's. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Moon's the person that you can troll. That you can troll, like troll the person. I don't think you can do that. It's much more important, I think, for her, is more just let her know how you're feeling and control like the atmosphere. I don't think trolling her is would work. It's more like controlling the conversation.
I mean, I've never tried to. Like, it was just me and her having those roast battles that, of course, I partly knew were all jokes, but eventually the cognitive part of my brain kicked in saying, this girl hates us. We must hate her. That's how this works. Just get the pipe.
No, I never thought of it that way. Like when I did speak with her, you know, like when you guys have roast battles.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with me. Never. We've never had that issue.
Wait, really?
No, like I'm very good at controlling the conversation. When I have actual arguments with people, it's not like a roast battle. It's like actual arguments where people actually feel angry. Actual like emotions are out. In like the case with her, it's mainly like we never had those issues. It's more like every time I did spoke to her, it's about something like important, and it was more like if they didn't have energy.
Yeah.
I'm the energy zapper, apparently.
Yeah, 1 second. You took up all my energy.
My bad.
Honk, shoo, honk, shoo.
Well, no, like she didn't say that, but I could feel like when I talk, I take energy out of people. I noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, not so currently. So.
But I mean, I guess we'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll deep into this topic deeper. Like when you are in like your Discord server, like when you founded it, what was the idea behind it? And do you think like the interactions that you made with people are like have paid off in like a way for your channel, or just in like not just your channel, but like you personally?
When I first made the Discord server, it was just for me and like the friends and people I knew.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, I just changed that when I hit like I think 111-ish subscribers. I made that people. I started inviting, like I invited Moon, Octo, Sofa, Hex, Jirube Gaming. I just used that as the threshold for my channel at that point.
Yeah.
Like everyone I knew and was talking to on a regular basis was essentially in that. Was just essentially in there. Like, and I always had fun because, you know, friends, these are people I know very, very comfortably. Like, I know them really well, and I can talk to them incredibly easily.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean,
yes, and
I think you used to stream a bit more, and I think Sofa was usually also always there, so that kind of also does help a little bit for you, right? Like, the same people.
Yeah,
come by,
Sofa was regularly there at my streams.
I mean,
so
yeah, that's
and
good.
Like, she's really nice.
They're not evil. I can attest to that.
Oh,
not evil.
Oh yeah, I know she's not evil. Like, I know very clearly at this point in time that she is not evil and she had evil intentions.
I guess, like, we're gonna talk more. I guess, like, after, like, I think, no, because I only really found your stuff in August and September 2023. Right? Yeah,
I think, like, the first time you ever watched one of my streams was sometime in August. Like, the most we've ever done in, like, 2023 was really just when, like, you and all, like, a bunch of your friends invaded my private battle lobby in Splatoon 3.
But I mean, okay, so what we're looking at now, when I joined, like, your I wouldn't say I joined your content. It's not accurate. But when I was actually,
yeah, I mean, I haven't made a video with you yet, so this is, like, the first time I'm actually doing something like this.
But when I actually was, like, the first time I entered your content sphere, right? I think you mentioned that Sofa talked about, like, my monotone voice. When was the first time you recognized I actually existed as a person?
I first recognized you as human when I watched your stream for the first time.
Yeah.
Which, I don't remember when that was. I think it was, like, November, late October.
Of
like,
what,
I was just watching you play Splatoon 3, and I was like, holy mother of all things monotone. StormCoder's voice is like, deeper than the Grand Canyon.
How is that possible? Well, I don't think I sound that deep. I don't think, because I don't notice it.
Yeah, I mean, now I've gotten used to your voice. It doesn't sound as deep anymore. So.
Oh, dude, no, dude. The stress. Oh, wait. Was it, like, late November? If it was, like, late November, I think it might have. Wait, no. I wasn't streaming in late November. Get that out of my head. I wasn't streaming then. I think I streamed earlier.
Yeah, either way, I watched one of your streams. Holy mother of all things monotone. Storm's voice is incredibly deep, and the only reason I actually bothered to watch that stream was because Sofa pointed it out in, like, the middle of my Discord server, saying, "Oh my god, guys, Storm's..." Actually, no, this was back when Moon, Sofa, and I had this own little private group chat on Discord.
Yeah.
It was just the three of us, and she says in the group chat, "Holy crap, guys, Storm is live, and his voice is incredibly deep." And I'm like, what? Storm has a YouTube channel?
Storm has a YouTube
so
channel?
I go to your...
He's been existing for this long?
Wait, he's a human? I thought he was a bot.
Damn! No!
Anyway.
Dude. I'm a bot now. Oh my god, dude. How?
You're not a bot. Okay. You're human now. Don't worry. You're like Android 22 in Dragon Ball now.
Okay, I literally thought at one point that Moon was in the UK. Because they only joined when the British guy joined.
I think those two were friends for a while.
Wow.
I mean, I knew Moon wasn't in the UK because the only way I knew her was from Jirub's Discord server.
Oh.
So, like, I knew her existence for a while. Like, this was, like, maybe a month after I first got Discord. So, like, I was a little timid, afraid to talk to people. And basically what I did was I eventually got to know her better. She suggested some content for me, which like I was struggling with ideas. Like after I would say like after memes I stole from Discord 1, I was struggling with ideas. I didn't know what to do. She suggested I make a sequel to memes I stole from Discord, which is incredibly difficult because all of those memes were from Kyrb's Discord server and personal memes I had. That's it. I don't have memes from any other Discord servers.
Well, in trying times like that, you join Discord servers.
Yeah, just like, yeah, like I didn't make that. Instead, I made Walter White versus two brothers with a sibling bond. So.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
Dude.
And like I got the idea for Squeaky Clean Directs. Still my favorite montage to this day. So.
Squeaky Clean Directs. What's that?
That was my first attempt at a Splatoon 3 montage.
Oh. Dude, that never made a montage, man.
Yeah, I would like to say it didn't fail, but if I'm being completely honest, like, if that were a test, I flunked. Like, that is currently my worst video so far.
In terms of performance?
Like, view count and enjoyability.
Oh, okay.
It has 17 views and not a single like. So.
Dang. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll admit, it was not a good montage.
Hey, that's fair. I mean, if you're editing videos, it takes a while to get good at them. To get good at editing and also make it enjoyable, because you also have to watch your own content and see if it's enjoyable. If it doesn't feel enjoyable, you have a lot of work to do. Unless you're like me.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're like me, where the content doesn't have to be enjoyable, because it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, honestly, your channel, it's like the news, but not the news.
It's like shadow news. It's the news, but long, detailed, and requires a lot of thinking power.
Yeah, like, you're not like, so today 5 children were killed in the middle of downtown Florida. Instead, you're like, so this happened, and if we don't do this, this will happen, and this also happened. If we're not doing this, this won't happen. Chain smoking is bad. Yeah, hurricanes.
Well, I don't say like when I'm actually speaking, you notice like I don't say a lot. Unless I'm actually needing to think about something. It's rare you hear the But most of the time, when I'm making those videos, I usually talk straight and as well as I possibly can. And usually when I give information...
Okay, well, at least I know now that you can talk straight, but here's the real question. Can you talk gay?
Oh, no, when I mean talk straight, it means that I'm not using filler words. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm just twisting the meaning of it.
But do I speak gay sometimes? I don't know. Someone needs to look into that.
Yeah, I mean, not once have I ever heard you... Like, I've never heard you once say something like, okay, sit down, I have some fucking tea. Like, no, I have never heard you say that before.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't talk like that.
Yeah, usually. Like, you're just moist critical, but not funny.
Aw, man. I mean, I can't be too disgraced with that. It's the stuff I talk about. It's not supposed to be funny. You're supposed to learn something.
I mean, yeah, it's like this is like an education channel combined with a little bit of Splatoon.
Like I'm not Moon. I'm not funny, but I'm more serious.
Yeah, like you could be talking about like, so The Nazis are back at it. Oh my god, did I just get a quad? Like...
Oh, you're playing Splatoon right now?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I was just cracking a joke.
Oh.
If I were playing Splatoon, you would hear probably a lot of death, or... Yeah, you would just hear a lot of death.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. For this channel, though,
Yeah.
I am a bit surprised that you didn't recognize my presence earlier. But to be fair, when I did start restreaming again, that was later in 2022. So I had to rebuild. I had to rebuild off. It's the first I actually used. I had to rebuild off my channel prior to 2021, basically. So
Yeah.
I was building off mainly. The first reason my content surged in September was due to Hurricane Ian, so I surged off that when I never made a video about it. And then when I started restreaming the game, then stuff would start going back up. The numbers started not going down. They started going up, and now they plateaued to decent. We're back to 2020 levels of content, a bit above that, but we're not at the dream numbers. We're at good numbers. Yeah, we're at good numbers, but we're not at great numbers. We're not at great numbers where we can make money, but we're at good numbers, so we're halfway.
Yeah, that's good, that's good.
I mean, when you join Discord for example, you're a newcomer to this website, right?
Yeah, like I was a newcomer when I got it. Anyone that just gets Discord is a newcomer.
Usually, yeah. But I would say, at least for you, like, what's the difference do you think, like, joining in 2023 is like? When you joined Discord in 2023, what was that for you? And how did that change your life compared to when you didn't use Discord but were still making videos?
I mean, when I was making videos, I had Discord.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because I've been a Discord member since 2021, I mean... And I guess the reason I originally got Discord was to communicate with some of my friends, but that didn't go so well, so in the end I just had it. I saw Juru playing Splatoon on his I think 1,000 subscriber congrats. I hit 1K Splatoon's basically. So I was playing with him, and I joined his Discord server a few days later because, you know, his content was enjoyable. And it still is, so...
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, you're talking to someone who was on Discord since 2017.
Yeah.
So, the difference is much, much bigger. And I'm saying much, much bigger. Well, no, I don't think it was since 2017. Wait, no, it actually was, but I believe I was really using it mostly in late 2017 into 2018 as my earliest years. The internet has changed a lot since then. So, for me...
Oh yeah, like, a lot.
When I joined Discord, I was 11. Now I'm 18. So, I've been with this app since I became not a teenager, but since I became a tween. At the ripe age of 11, I've had Discord.
Yeah, I've had it since I was 13. That's really
you guys,
all I've had it.
You guys will probably not, you guys probably wouldn't be, probably wouldn't understand the guys probably wouldn't understand pre-2020.
You said,
Yeah, I know. You guys probably wouldn't understand.
I'm putting that you know what? I gotta. One second. I gotta go back to Google Docs and I gotta count every single time you say
Comparative to yourself.
No, just for you.
Oh, okay.
No,
that's fine.
No, literally just so I can bully you later on.
Don't do that though, because I don't like being bullied.
I'm not gonna bully you. I'm just gonna count the times you say
Okay. But yeah, but for Discord, I don't know if you guys are going to be really familiar with what it was like pre-2020, during 2020. because after that point, it's more advanced. But before that point, there's a lot more open chat rooms and stuff like that. There weren't as many scams going around, and the rules weren't as applied as much. Like, I don't think you guys ever got, I don't think you guys ever got you ever got someone in your direct messages who talked about, I don't know. For me, I believe in 2017 and 2018, I've interacted with actual adults. Some who have taken alcohol on Discord, have taken alcohol and are drunk. So I used a girl PFP back then. People assumed I was a woman when I wasn't. Also, I had a guy in my, I had a guy who was in my direct messages who said his brother liked Hitler or something like that. And he was so casual about it. I didn't really say too much, but at that same time in 2017, I also had a lot of far right content, specifically white supremacist stuff, in my YouTube feed at the time. So you guys probably do not understand what it would have been like before 2020. Because when I joined Discord, it was right during Gamergate. When you guys join Discord, you guys are in the fun stage of where not too much is actually happening.
Yeah, at this day and age, like, the most notable thing I can really say is that they added quests.
Yeah, like when I was in Discord, Nitro wasn't a thing until later. Like, I've seen Nitro be added, I've seen everything be added over time. Discord itself, the app was released in 2015, but I joined the app in 2017 because of another application called Nation States, where I built my own country. It's inactive now, but I'm gonna restart it soon. And that's how I learned about Discord. So the internet back then is a different place than it is now. I would arguably say that the internet now, at least from like a political standpoint, it's much better than it was 7 years ago, politically. But with some caveats, because there's more conspiracies now. But I remember, that makes sense. But I remember a lot of stuff happening, because I remember 2017, at least for me, 6th grade wasn't good after 5th grade graduation. I do remember, personally, I remember Charlottesville. I remember a lot of that stuff happening. I remember my YouTube feed where I was having a YouTube channel called Red Ice TV. That was basically a Euro nationalist channel talking about immigration in Europe and how they don't want minorities there, or they want Africans to go back to Africa, for example. I have a lot of that in my YouTube feed in 2017, and I don't think if I were to actually try to explain it to someone like Moon or Sofa, for example, that they would actually understand how bad the internet was when they were still younger children, if you understand what I mean. There's no...
Yeah, I fully understand.
Like, I think Moon understands this, where they don't like the past, they don't think about it. But my issue with that is, the past is something that you need to think about if you're going to make a good present and future. So, her ignoring the past is a bit of self-sabotage, in my view. Sofa, I don't think ignores the past. Sofa, I think if I actually had the conversation about the alt-right pipeline stuff from 2017 onwards, if I talked about that with her in an actual like call or in via DM message, if I was able to actually talk about that, I'd probably gain a lot more ground in that respect, because I think she actually understands that. Because number one, they're black. Number two, they're woman. Number three, they're Muslim. They're all three of the cards, so they have to know this stuff, or else it's kakam, they're off with their head kind of thing.
Oh yeah, like,
I love how I said that so calmly. No ums needed.
I mean, like, no ums at all. And you're like, the closest thing you said to was kakam.
That's meant to replicate your head getting chopped. If that's the reference that we're using.
Honestly, I'd rather go with like the. But
I could have used kapow for the gun, or something like that.
Like a kabam. Ka-clang.
But I don't use comedic sound effects. This is how it would actually sound. It's the actual gun. That's how it would sound.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes use a little bit of sound effects. Like, there's this person I'm friends with that just entered the same high school as me. She is a freshman, and we both finish lunch and we bump into each other in the hallways. We're going up the same steps, and she asks where my next class is, and I say it's like 10 feet that way. And she calls me lucky because she's on the other side of the school. So, of course, I do the most Kyrb thing I can. And I pull the...
Ideally, in that situation, my original middle school, not when I transferred into Catholic school, my original middle school was a 6th grade middle school, was when I was in 6th grade, let me rephrase that. When I was in 6th grade, I was in a middle school that was in my town. That's on the other side of town for me. The avenues of where students could go were segregated based on the grade level that you were in. So if you were in 6th grade, you had to take a stairwell that was on the right side of the building. If you were in 7th grade, you took the middle stairwell. If you were in 8th grade, you took the right stairwell on the left side of the building. That's how it worked. So in a situation like that, I don't know if your school acts the same way. Those systems are pretty terrible because if you have to get to another class on the other side of the room, other side of school, you have to run there. And that's something I did with a dude inside 6th grade, and I ran over into the science class and we raced each other. That's how we did it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was still in middle school, my middle school, it wasn't segregated like that, but basically what we were told was we could only really use the stairwell on going towards the east if we wanted to go up, and the one on the west was for going down exclusively.
Okay, that's different.
But no one listened to that, and also it's just like the same thing. Like if I had a class on like the very end of a hallway, but I had to go to the other end, and the hallway was on the other side of the building. It's a huge time waste, especially since I only had 3-minute passing periods, and that school was crowded.
Yeah. I mean, my 6th grade middle school did something called hall sweeps. I don't know if this is only a thing that schools in predominantly black neighborhoods do, but they did a thing where they force everyone to get to class. If you don't get there in time, you have to go down to the main office. And people usually ran the class and people were tipping over things. So it's a bit chaotic that way. I still do not understand why they did hall sweeps. Hall sweeps to me do not make sense. So I can only imagine what they were doing when you still had to do stuff about COVID. And I can only imagine what they're doing now. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so happy that I was
never
14.
heard of hall sweeps before.
Luckily for you, you do not go to school in a predominantly black neighborhood, so you don't have to worry about that, hopefully.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
because I'm white.
I think it's more to do with the fact that since the students typically hang out in the hallways or in the bathrooms, they do that policy to force students to actually get to class on time. However, in my actual high school, which I had last year, well, not last year, it's still technically this year, but we refer to it as last school year. When you go to your next class, it's just a bell, and there's no assigned hallway or anything like that. You just get to your class. That's how you do it. So you use the bathroom either when you go to your classroom, then you ask the teacher, or you use it before you enter your class. That's how you do it. So that system was far better. That's what I liked about the system.
Yeah,
that was far better, and I don't have to worry about anything. The only thing I have to worry about is if I'm packing up too slowly. Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so another thing we could probably talk about is we talked about your early channel. We talked a bit about your future for the channel. The present, I guess we can discuss that now. For the present state of the channel, where do you think it is right now compared to where you want it to be? Like, how have you
Preferably,
seen...
I would like...
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, finish your question.
I was
Finish
about
your question,
to say...
go ahead.
I was about to say, how do you see your channel right now compared to what you want it to be? At least looking back at your previous content that you've made, at least recently, what do you really see as the future for your channel? Even though we already discussed this, how would that future look compared to where you are now? How do you feel about that?
I mean, compared to where I am now, preferably the future will have better commentary and will be more enjoyable than it is right now. Like, most of the content that I have uploaded, like my most recent video, which is from 2 weeks ago, the unofficial Kyrb Origins trailer, that was whipped up in 2 minutes and was just a complete joke.
Okay.
And like the 17 minutes of clips, I was just there because I needed content. Because other than that, I didn't upload anything for 2 weeks, and it was only part 2 of Sonic Generations. Which I'm not gonna finish that because that series isn't going that well, was never doing well.
Okay.
So,
I mean, if it's not doing well, maybe people aren't interested, or you're not finding the right people because of the algorithm not pushing it to you. Because you do a lot of Splatoon
more
content, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of Splatoon content, stopped, tried exploring some other stuff, and plus, the main reason Sonic Generations wasn't ever working out was because it just simply wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like, if you tried watching the entire video, you would rather kill yourself than actually finish the video.
But that can be worked on.
At least that's what my friend told me.
But that can be
yeah, it can be worked on.
So that's just gonna take time, effort, and resources put in to edit the video to what you want it to be. Right?
Yeah, like, the commentary is the main problem, I would say. Because, like, the gameplay itself is fine. It's just me playing a game, but it's really the commentary that isn't enjoyable, I would say.
So what do you see?
Like, I just seem grumpy in those videos, and honestly, I'm not.
So what do you see with your commentary? What's the main thing that you're trying to work on for this? Because if commentary is the main thing holding your channel back, right? What are we looking at? What are we trying to do?
Like, I mean, first off, I've gotten rid of the more monotone, like, just like, the one, like, I would say, like, I'm trying to find a group of people that I can get along with. Like, they don't have to be YouTubers, they just can be people, like, I enjoy being around, but are also trying to be funny and, like, give people, like, a fun time. Like, if we can all just be goofing around, like, it's easier for me because what I personally feel, this may be different, but me personally, what I feel is a sense of, oh, no one likes these jokes because no one's laughing. And of course, it's not like we're like, it's not like we have our video cameras on, because it's just, these are Discord, the option is on, however, no one really uses it, so, like, I can't see if someone's trying to hold in their laughter, so, well, 9 times out of 10, I just don't hear anything, so.
So yeah, for example, well, yeah, that makes sense, since if you're trying to make a joke, and people don't laugh, it could be that they're trying to hold it in, it could be unfunny, you don't really know until people tell you, so that's one major issue of jokes. You have to find something that's funny to the audience that you, let me rephrase myself, let me not speak like I have COVID. You need to figure out what the people that watch your content, or your audience or clientele, however you describe it, you need to figure out what they find is funny to their own interest, their humor. And then you have to find a way to add new stuff to that. So the main thing that you probably need to figure out is what is funny to the people who actually watch my content, or the people who may watch it down in the future. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm funny because I have an award for most likely to be a comedian.
Yeah.
So
if you can do that successfully, you could probably get jokes to be funny. You just need to figure out what's going to be worth it for your channel.
Yeah, I mean, I got the award from taking something about, like, I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was, like, something about segregation or something in, like, Africa or something.
You mean...
And I carried, like, the entire...
Segregation in Africa?
Apartheid.
Yeah.
Like, apartheid, yeah. Like, we had to do, like, a little skit about apartheid in Africa, and I was the part of the kid that was, like, the person that was living there, and the other 3 people moved away, and then came back for a quick visit.
Yeah.
So, like, I was yelling all of this stuff, like, of course no one would, with an actual sense, or that wasn't racist, would ever yell. And the thing is, what made it funnier was that this is public school, and the door was open. So you could hear me yell at, like, the top of my lungs, "You can't sit here! This is for rice people only!" Like, that kind of stuff.
I mean, in apartheid South Africa, I think, like, if you're trying to replicate racism, right? The vast majority of racism isn't going to be someone loudly screaming at you. It's going to be people talking normally with a sign up or something like that. It's going to be either, for the vast majority of racism, it's either implicit, or when it is said, it's said calmly.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be the violent type, right? Well, the loud and violent type, which I think you're trying to portray, you're going to need more. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to portray.
Yeah, you're going to need more than just, like, the screaming is funny and it will get you there. But I think you're going to need more than just that if you're really trying to resemble it.
Yeah.
But you're not trying to, you're just trying to give the general idea of it.
Yeah, like, I wasn't going for accuracy. I was trying to be at least, like, 50% on point, 50% ludicrous. And I did that successfully because, like, I was shouting and yelling outrageous stuff. Like, at one point I said, "Here, you can sit on the floor." "Wait, you can't sit there. That's for white people only." Like, of course no one's gonna care which part of the floor you sit on. It's the floor. If you're racist, you would rather have the minorities sitting on the floor anyway, so...
Well, if you're racist, you wouldn't want them there at all, kind of thing.
That too.
That's more of it. I think in those types of situations where you're taxed with reconstructing, that's the right word, reconstructing a time period of history, you have to understand how the people who act that way actually did the thing. So, for example, like, if you're trying to replicate maybe, like, not, well, racism is pretty common throughout human history, but let's say you're trying to replicate the Yugoslav wars, for example, right? A lot of that isn't yelling at people. It's phrases and militancy that's used to dehumanize people. Because a lot of racism isn't yelling at people, it's dehumanizing them softly and in a smug way. That's how most of it's done. If it's intentional. If it's unintentional, it can happen in any method. So that's the way that will be portrayed. So for example, like, if you were actually trying to do, like, an example of this for, like, online, like a teaching or educational experiment, for example, it'd be better if you could find someone who's experienced it, and also, I don't know if this is possible, find someone who's actually done it, analyze that, or look through the history, look at how they did it, and then copy it and replicate to make it make sense, and then you'll have a real diagram for what to look at. So if you wanted to do it personally, like let's say, I think I know where Sofa comes from. Let's say you're a Portuguese colonist of Mauritius or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you know the history and you can relate it to what they did back then and analyze how they did it, and then you got Sofa, who has probably family experience that probably transcends down to her, you can make a good timeline around that and replicate that pretty realistically. So you could actually do that pretty well. So you can make comedy off of that, pointing out how stupid the person is for believing such a thing. But you can also make it educational, realizing this is how things happen. Because you can also explain stuff through comedy, if you understand what I mean.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's the path you want
to.
So maybe that's a path you may want to pursue. Not quite sure, but it's a path that's open to you. Because you have what? I don't know if you have any like different groups of people in like your own life who you see at school. So that might be a little bit harder to do. But you have like online people from different groups of society, so it'd be easier to do it that way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of people that are a different race than me, so I know a few.
You know a few.
I haven't met a single person that hasn't met a black guy before, so.
So you'll meet them soon enough. You'll see one of them who's like, they're not racist. They've just never seen a black person before. So they're gonna be like, whoa, in their head, a new human being.
Whoa, where'd all this melatonin come from?
Yeah, something like that. They're like, I think this is especially true for places where, especially in like, I believe Asia or parts of Europe where they haven't seen black people because they don't naturally live there, or they haven't been forcefully imported there. They don't know what they are. For especially older people, younger people, no excuse, but for older people, they don't really know. So you can't really.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good way to make a story around that. Because I was thinking personally, because I always make in my head, we think about colonization, we think about current events. So for me, if I were to create a story, a timeline, because a lot of stuff that Moon looks at, it's like happy fun stuff that's silly, right? I could probably make something that's silly. Or go like, yeah, Jay, something like that. But but the themes that it's referencing are more serious than that, so you can't just laugh at it. For example, I'd probably make something that's centered around, if I was going to make like a series representing the 2020s, it's going to be something that pertains to COVID-19, eugenicist policies, politics, and racial dynamics, economics, weather, all that type of stuff, combined into a storyline plot that people can digest, but it makes sense. So for example, you can make, let's say, like, we'll take the example of Ukraine, for example. You can make the online caricatures of people, right? The people who are like very hyped for their side. Like, the Russians are using washing machines. How did NATO not see this? The fridges have the shovels have the refrigerator upgrade and they're now unstoppable. Stuff like that. You can make those memes into an actual physical thing that people see. But you can also put out the realities of like the war, of like people getting dragged out to get conscripted. You could do that stuff. All of that could be mixed in together. You can combine the internet perceptions of things, or societal perceptions, and combine them with what's actually happening, and you could make a really good series around that. So for example, I was thinking you could make a character who's an American, who's a black American, who jokes about racism and everything bad that's happening, but fundamentally understands the issue and tries to actually fix them. You could make a character like Moon, who's happy-go-lucky and silly a lot of the time, but in reality, they're depressed and don't know how to actually fix stuff, so they try not to think about it, they check out, which is a real-life problem. You could do those things. Those things exist.
I see.
You could do it. I guess another thing will get a little We'll talk more about your life. This is gonna be weird. Talking more about your life, right? How would you say like the past? I would say, because I think you're 15 now.
Yep.
Okay. How would you see life changing in the next 5 years compared to the past 5 years? Because you still have, right? At least this is not like personal life. This is more objective, like globally. You may have more wars in the near future. You have more climate issues to worry about. Food might be a little bit more expensive, inflation, stuff like that. You have a virus that's making people dumber over time and less able to take care of themselves. And you have a general political atmosphere of where stuff can't really get done. And that also explains like where you are technically. So how is that going to affect like the future story of you? Because you see the things that like Moon and Sofa care about. They're real world issues, but they're trying to figure out how to fix them. They're probably not able to fix them right now because they're too young, you know?
Yeah.
They can't even vote yet. So how do you see it? How do you see it in the future, man? What's the plan in the future? What's the plan?
I mean, if all I could really do at this moment in time is like, lately there's been a lack of really good entertainment in the world.
How so?
Like,
what would you say is a lack of good
like,
entertainment?
Have you seen the Borderlands movie?
No, I have not. For most of my time recently,
Well,
I've been occupied with Ukraine stuff.
Yeah, well, guess what? Neither have I, but from what I have heard, however, that movie is the definition of just money. Just like you just want money. Because the movie, according to Moist Critical, is horrible. Like it's just really bad. Not even the actors want to even be in that movie.
So it's a cash grab, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just a simple cash grab. That's all it is.
You could boil that down to a lot of things, especially now, the incentive to make money. There's a lot. I feel you could definitely say, at least like after the first stay-at-home orders in 2020, companies sort of realized that, oh wait, things changing for the better. Like the hope, and like at least in 2020, right? In the early phases of lockdown, in the earliest like stay-at-home orders, there was a hope that life could actually change and not be the way stuff was like before 2019. You understand what I mean? You didn't have to drive everywhere. You didn't have to work. You didn't have to drive to work. You didn't have to do all this stuff. You could do it at home. You could be with your family. You could be happy. You could have more time to do stuff, especially in other stuff too. You could be healthier. We could have all this other stuff that we wanted. We could have people. I don't think people were thinking about AI yet, right? But now that I think about it, that was actually the perfect time to build more AI. Think about it. A lot of stuff is happening. It's a good time to experiment and change things. And then generative AI came out in 2022, late 2022. So if you think about it, a lot of that stuff could have been very good to change humanity. So thinking about it, COVID actually, if handled correctly, could have been the greatest thing for humanity ever. But since it was handled terribly, it's now the worst thing for humanity ever. And companies realize that, oh, I don't like the fact that people want a better life. I want my money back. I don't like that they're not driving home. I don't driving to my office. I don't like that my real estate values are going down. I don't like that they're not watching my stuff. I don't like that they're not making me money. So let me force change back to 2019 like stuff while not making anything better. So I could force money out of them. Because that's like a larger societal problem. Because you see like, for example, like sick policies for school. If a child stays home sick, what do the parents have to do? They have to stay home and take care of them, right? Usually. Yeah. If I can send the child into school sick, then the parent can keep working and making me money. It makes sense that way if you think about it. Like same thing with movies. If I could force this movie onto them, I just make money. I don't care if they like it, but they have to watch it because they don't have anything else. There's nothing for them to do. It's either they're overworked, and then they're tired, and they have to watch my movie. They have to do it. It's nothing else.
Yeah, they don't have much of a different. They don't have much of a choice anymore, mainly because, well, like
corporations took away a lot
they
of
want
choices
money.
from people. Corporations took away a lot of choices from people. A lot of choices have been taken away, especially like once they realized in 2020 that things could actually get better. Like no, like stuff had to change. So a lot of stuff that was good, you could make this argument. This is like a more political thing, but you can make the argument that a lot of social services in 2020 are a lot better than they are now, because back then they didn't gut them yet. Now they've gutted them because they realize, oh wait, things could actually be a whole lot better, and money is going to be lost if we keep them this way. They realized that in that first lockdown, if you could call it that, they were terrified. Oh wait, I'm losing money. That's bad. I don't care that they're dying. I'm losing money. That's more important, right? So all the good things go away, but you're still stuck with the bad things that are crummy, and people don't like it, but they go along with it because if you don't, socially, that's pretty much social suicide. So for the movie example that you made, they're probably just thinking, people are gonna have to watch this anyway. There's not is there any really good, let me rephrase. Let me re-talk again. Is there any good content for me to actually watch? Think about it. There's some, but is there a lot? No. So it's everything is kind of a cash grab now, which sucks. Nothing is good anymore. Everything's a cash grab. But yeah, back to when I said what do you see the future as for you? What do you think is going to be the defining moment of your future, if you could think of it? Your near-term future, not your long-term future. We don't know what that's like yet.
Yeah, I mean near-term. I would say maybe something big for the near future would probably be just finding success, in general.
Yeah, this is actually our question. How would you define success, at least for you? What's your metric of success?
Success for me is just more or less just find you do something, you're really good at it, people enjoy how you do it, or just enjoy you doing it. Mm-hmm. That's what I normally consider success.
Right, but I would also say you do a lot of entertainment stuff because you also do ballet. So how are you thinking?
Yeah, I do ballet. I sometimes do stand-up comedy here in my hometown, and I make YouTube videos. So.
But how do you think, if this is the path that you want to go, entertainment, right? Yeah. Entertainment can be a bit difficult sometimes. What's really the plan? Because if we're going to entertain people, it's not just that you have to stay up with the times. You also have to always be, how would I say it, enjoyable to people. You have to not let your charm wear off when you're speaking to people, kind of thing, or doing actions. You have to not let it wear off. You have to not let people get to the point where they say, "Oh, he fell off, not as good anymore, past the peak," stuff like that. You have to minimize how long that's gonna happen for. Or maybe that is good, because then when
Yeah.
you do something really good, they're gonna be like, he's back, and then you get a big surge of popularity. Who knows?
I mean,
But I feel for
yeah.
entertainment, right? You just gotta, you need to keep up the hype to some degree. You need to keep it there. Like people wanna, like when you are entertaining people should want to see you, kind of thing. Which
I
might
mean,
not
yeah,
always
like
be.
people want to like just see you in general, like just you being yourself, because that's what they like about you.
Yeah, because I mean, for celebrities, for example, they do have their cult of personality. I know Moon hates Taylor Swift for this reason. She hates the Swifties. But think about it. Like, if you're entertaining people, you do get to that point. Because, like, maybe you don't like this celebrity, but you like this one. So, I guess, like, the Moon example is, like, maybe you don't like Taylor Swift, but maybe the people who made Battle for Dream Island have become your idols. Maybe it's like that. They might not be doing the entertainment themselves. They might be animating it through different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like shows like Murder Drones, for example. But it's still something that people want to see, because after enough time, you build up an audience that does come back. Right? That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like they just come back because they enjoy it and they want to see more.
Yeah, that's the main thing. That's the main thing with entertainment. You want to make sure that people want to see you. So, like, for you, right? If people want to see you, what do you want them to see you for? What's the main thing that you want them to, like, be excited about when, like, people say your name? Which, not like Kyrb, for example. Like, your online name, I think people always recognize you when you do that. But, like, in person, when you do performances for ballet or comedy, when your name is said, right? What do you want people to feel?
Yeah.
What do you want people to feel
Like,
when your name's called?
I just want them to feel like some sense of like happiness and like something. I just want them to feel. I don't know how to really word it, but like just like a sense of joy on the inside. Like if they're ever feeling down, I want them to feel like they can just come to me because I can cheer them right up.
Yeah. What's the best way to cheer up people in your experience, at least?
I mean, for me, like, so, like, I think, like, a month or two ago, one of my IRL friends is, like, his house, well, more like part of his apartment, caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he and his entire family were all not feeling the best. Like, they were all really sad, really worried. Just not in a good place mentally.
Yeah.
And so I just started cracking some jokes, you know, telling a few puns. And that just cheered them right up. So, like, if I can accomplish to other people what I accomplished with them, that would be, like, amazing.
Yeah, I get that. I love how the success music is playing just as we say that.
Like, I heard that. Like, congrats! You did something good for once.
Okay, so, as the music is about to change soon-ish, but as this good tempo, at least, like, I don't know, stream's almost 2 hours. What are you thinking about? Like, it means, at least for, like, the future. We already kind of mentioned it. But, like, how do you see, like...
Yeah, I mean, we...
How do we see, not just content, but how do we see, like, the relationship between Sofa, Moon, you guys? Where are we going with everything? Where do you think we're gonna end up, like, next year? With, like, content or real-life things? Where do you think we're gonna end up?
Sometime in the next year, I'm probably gonna... I know I'm for sure in the next year I'm gonna have a gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll probably do is I'll get together some people like you, Moon, maybe Sofa, maybe even Evil Octo, maybe even Vital Apex, like, and a bunch of my friends, and just have like just play games like Splatoon or whatever games we all have, and just have fun, and I can milk my friends for content again.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. I mean, for next year, if you have like a timeline for the year, like a channel timeline. Okay, we'll separate this into two questions. What do you think is gonna happen for channel timeline? And what do you think is gonna happen in like personal timeline, especially with like other people around? So we'll answer so channel timeline first, then personal timeline.
For channel timeline, I would probably say, like, I definitely expect more growth and content, like, within the next. I'm working on it. I actively see my content improving.
Okay.
And like, the sooner I can find like the search for people just as goofy as me, not as focused on winning, but just having a good time. And I understand having a good time is like crushing their enemies with a powerful hand and making them suffer in their sense of defeat. That's just not me, however. Like, I don't want to crush them. I just want to like devour them alive. Just like get rid of every single little thing of like, oh hey, this is fun. Like, that joke did not turn out well. Scratch that. Like I essentially just want a group of people, like, we can goof around and like we're not taking anything seriously.
Okay. I mean,
like, if I can find that, I can get hopefully better content. Because I'm still figuring out how I can be myself without the fear of like the YouTube gods behind my back, knowing today's day and age of the internet.
Well, YouTube, at least from an algorithmic perspective, pushes stuff that I think it pushes the videos that you make to your already existing audience. So if you make a lot of videos of a certain game, it's gonna push your other content of other games to those people, and they might not watch it. So that hurts as a negative feedback loop kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's one reason why some people have second channels, so they don't have that problem.
Yeah, I'm not big enough to start a second channel quite yet, so.
I mean, for me, I don't know. If I start a second channel, I don't know what it would be centered around, besides maybe like serious updates, and maybe just turn this into the gaming channel.
Yeah, like, this could be the Splatoon fun.
This could be the video game channel, and then this could be the video game channel, and then the second channel is COVID updates, weather, technologies, AI, everything under the sun discussions.
Yeah, like, everything that's not video games goes on the other channel.
Well, not everything, but everything
that
that's like, not everything, but every topic that's serious and needs in-depth discussion, right, would probably be on the other channel, because that would most likely be much longer form content, right? It will kind of be similar to if LED made a second channel, but her second channel talked about being a museum worker and everything that you need to do, kind of like that, because she makes a lot of Splatoon videos. However, if she made a second channel talking about work life and like emotions and stuff like that, I could definitely see her doing something like that. That would be an example of having two channels for two completely different topics. Right?
Yeah, you're completely right about that.
Because, I mean, Moon did something where she did edits a lot of the time. I think Sofa helped her out with that. I'm not quite sure. I don't have the inside details. I'm not them. I don't have a spy in.
I think.
I don't have a spy in this.
I think from I mean, you have me, and I was kind of a spy too. Because like occasionally there was help. Like they asked for Sofa and Moon asked advice from each other,
Yeah.
but mainly it was by themselves.
Oh, okay. So they have two different styles. I mean, I think they adapt off each other. So I think Sofa mentioned that Moon started speaking more like Sofa as time went on.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I noticed that immediately. Like once, because like I don't know exactly when Sofa and Moon became friends, but I know that I became friends with Sofa first.
Okay.
So then when I introduced Sofa to Moon, because Sofa joined my Discord server,
Yeah.
those two like hit it off. Like if they were to start dating, they would get married. Like they would kiss and they would find a way to have like a baby together.
But I mean, okay. At least for them, right? They're like they're somewhat similar in how they act right now. But I do remember the point where they were disconnected over disagreements over art. I remember that.
Like, yeah, I remember that. That was kind of recent, but also not. Like, that was like 3-4 months ago.
That's pretty recent, bro. I don't know how they got back so quickly. Could never be me.
I mean, honestly, like that was my reaction. How did they fix it so quickly?
Dude, I was trying to fix the problem. I don't think I made it better. I think I might have delayed recovery.
I mean, yeah, it's just like, I hate you because you say that drawing over art that is free to use is not good.
No, because now I'm thinking like more. What was that? Your soundboard?
Soundboard.
But yeah, but I was
There's
thinking like more like when I was speaking to them, it's more back and forth data collection and sending it to the other party. And it's more like, you know how you feel like you're a judge in court?
Yeah.
That's how I felt the entire time. I felt like I was just a judge in court.
Understandable.
I felt I was just a judge in court overseeing the problems of two girls, which I don't completely understand, and then trying to understand.
Mainly because you're a guy, so.
No, I literally understood both sides, but now I'm trying to get to the point of, okay, how do I stitch these two back together? And that's kind of the issue. How do you stitch them back together? Because Sofa says you would focus more on her in real life friends. Moon at the time said they didn't really care, and then they would just like, they'll play with bowling, and she has more friends anyway. I don't think in those equations, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
Dude, I don't have a secret like friend count, a friend calculator in my I don't have like a friend calculator in my brain. Like, okay, I don't have that. I don't have a friend bank that I can choose from. I don't have that. Because when I have this,
unfortunately, I don't need a calculator to count all my friends, because you know why?
Well, no,
the number's always at 0.
I don't mean like a number calculator. I mean that you could calculate that losing a friend doesn't matter. You understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't have that built in where, oh, I don't need Sofa. I have other friends. I don't really think like that. It's more that every single person you don't talk to is technically a loss on your end. It is a loss on your end, but it's also a loss for them, so no one benefits.
Yeah.
Does that mean, when I do have substantial disagreements with people, it's more usually an argument where it's actually quite bad and it takes a while. But even with the person who I had some arguments with, I still talk to them and we're still somewhat friends. But we've noticed that there's much more limits to the conversation. It's not like he's, whatchamacallit, he's sympathetic, right? He's still a human being. I don't. Why would I say it like that? He's still sympathetic and still friendly. However, there's more like checks and balances, right? You know, like after like a person knows you long enough that you start putting like boundaries of what you guys can and cannot do.
Yeah.
We've gotten to that point where we're thinking, I won't do this because it reminds me of X, or something like that, or why are you doing this? It's much more inquisitive. It's not like, I hate you, it's more, why are you doing this? This doesn't make sense to me. And that more forces the change out. And then usually, because I know he doesn't like talking too much. Well, not that he doesn't like talking, but he's not a talkative person. When I do actually talk, I've noticed that I usually, for me, it's kind of like I have to fishhook him into conversation, and then he really starts talking. But for when it's just normal conversation among people, it's still the same okay and stuff like that, but the conversations don't usually linger too long. They're like quick, happy, short bursts. Whereas I'm having like this gigantic fish hook, and then at some point the fish just starts talking. And then it's no longer like talking like in a happy way. It's talking in a way where, okay, so this is what you do. So he doesn't turn into me, but analytically, that's where his brain is.
I see.
Also, hey, Mia, welcome to stream. But that's how his brain operates, I feel. He doesn't always know what he wants to do, but he knows what he doesn't want to do. And he has opinions, and he knows what he wants to do. So that's why, at least out of a lot of people on my former team, when we did have arguments, I still talk to Worm, because Worm, I feel, is a person who you can actually discuss stuff with. And I think he mentioned it, at least personally for him, it was that his classmates think that he's stupid. They imply that he's stupid. They directly tell him or imply that he's stupid because he can't understand something in class. For me, on his end, he could kind of sense when people are talking condescendingly, even when I can't do it as easily as he can. So I might just be talking and it might sound condescending and I might not mean it, but he can pick it up and say like, this doesn't, you may not mean it, but it feels like it to us. So you should probably stop doing it, as we can't really tell. So he's pretty informative on that front. So I'd recommend talking to him. It's a good recommendation.
You're a very good philosopher.
He's actually a good he's actually a really good recommendation because he talks about a lot of stuff. You're tired and stressed. What happened? But yeah, he talks about a lot of stuff. I think he's a Warhammer player. I never played that game. Should probably ask him more about it. But he's a very interesting individual. I still have to talk to him more. I want to talk to him more. When I fully understand Mandarin Chinese, I want to talk about like China to him more. That would be a very interesting conversation.
I can understand that.
That would be a very interesting conversation. I want to have that conversation. Okay. I haven't seen any questions inside chat. So, what is like something like you were thinking about saying during the interview that you didn't say yet?
Honestly, not a lot of stuff, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh.
Just like I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be fun.
I mean, this lasted 2 hours,
and
so I mean, it had to be like somewhat interesting.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise I would have been like, get me out of here. But of course, I chose to stay.
Oh my god. For like, I guess like on the actual channel, like I guess like Moon and Sofa kind of talk occasionally, but I don't see them talk as often as they used to. In the chat.
Yeah,
it's rare. Ish. But when they do talk, it's like, yes.
It's like, oh my god, my wife.
I need to mute Insta so we could burn it later. Fiery poops baba, rate edit. It's stuff like this where I don't really understand what they're doing, and then I just talk about Ukraine, and then the chat just ends. So then...
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not every day you hear someone talking about Ukraine, so...
Baipook's called tomorrow, promise, and then she died. And then I go into, nowadays I'm binge watching the wars on Ukraine. That just hits different. No, that would actually, okay, hold on. That would actually be an interesting stream idea. I don't know you, Vin. No, I don't use CapCut because I don't really edit stuff on my phone anymore. I used KineMaster for phone videos before. I don't use CapCut, but maybe I should. I don't know. Depends what I want.
I use CapCut. It's pretty good if I'm being honest, but
you use it on your computer or on your phone?
I use it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cause I mostly edit stuff on my computer and I use OpenShot Video Editor. That's how I do it. Back to my idea though. I wanted to okay, maybe this is probably stupid, but maybe we do content where we talk about real world events. So maybe I get in I don't even know if they even know about what's happening in Ukraine. Oh my god. Dude, we're gonna become 5-star generals. We're gonna become 5-star generals on a YouTube stream, but we don't know what we're talking about. So, how's the war for you guys? Oh, I can't wait to see it. Go ahead and see my family gunshot. I think if we were actually making a stream about the war in Ukraine, it's going to be a stream where we talk about battlefields, tactics, numbers, manpower, all this stuff. I think especially for maybe Moon, this might be too overwhelming to think about. Because I think she supports Palestine, but if we actually got all the war material, right, got all the maps out, start whipping out maps and stuff like that, dude, it's gonna get real complicated real quick when you have to start thinking oh, oh, there's so much stuff to look at here. But for strategy gamers like me, this isn't as bad. I'm used to looking at lines on maps. I'm not too good at understanding them. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I know what maps say sometimes.
Because now, I mean, hold on. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna open up a video.
Ooh.
Whoa, a video of Ukraine. We're gonna use which one do I want to use? Kupianks. Oh no, this is a good channel for war stuff, because he actually waits until the information comes out. But what am I gonna use? Oh yeah, we'll use this one. Use this one. I don't think I posted this in your server yet. You should probably see it. I'll post it in your DMs first.
Okay.
I think you got it, right?
Urban warfare chaos history.
Actual combat footage.
Oh, jeez.
You get to see actual drone warfare. Dude, that would be crazy as a watch party, dude. Now
just watching in real life combat with
there's channels purely for online combat, but imagine watching having Sofa and Moon in a VC, putting on this video and getting them to try and understand the tactics of warfare. Imagine. Dude.
Okay, so they shot that person. What does that mean?
No, it's not like they shot that person. It's more why did they advance here? And then it's all the map technology. Is you're gonna try and get them to explain. War doesn't just happen because boat is there. It happens because disagreement and bargaining friction.
Yeah.
Because I believe the channel William Spaniel said this best. War happens not because you have substantial disagreement or bargaining or just bargaining friction. You need both to happen. You need both for there to be war. You can disagree about something, but if you can bargain over it, there will be no war. Likewise, you can bargain over. You can have no disagreement but have bargaining issues, and there will be no war. But if you disagree and no one can get what they want, then there is war.
Yep, that's how war works.
my brother went down the stairs on purpose, like fell. That's not a good thing. What happened to him? But that would be crazy to talk about. Dude, just like, I don't know. When the new History Legends video comes out, it's gonna be like a watch party. We're gonna be watching it. Watch party.
Just like just ping everyone in the server. Yo,
new History Legends video dropped. Okay, I might
new
actually,
History Legends.
I might actually do that. I might actually do that. That might be funny. Because there's no rule against it.
Yeah, I give you my permission to do that in my server. Just don't tell them I actually said yes.
They'll watch this stream. They'll figure it out.
That too.
He did like 2 or 3 backflips. Why'd you backflip on the stairs? That doesn't make sense to me.
Who backflips on the stairs?
Mia's younger brother. I mean, interview. We got through a lot of stuff. I mean, we talked about pretty much your channel. We talked about personal stuff. I guess there's one last thing we'll talk about. Although this is more like what I'm thinking about all the time. Cause I usually see like, cause I see COVID as like a disabling thing, right? Cause I've heard like people who have sung before, like they lose their voices due to it, and that they can't do stuff like that, right? And they can't perform again.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if at the current rate things keep going like this, maybe if you take precautions, you might be the only good ballet player in your town who's able to do it.
Ballet player?
Wait, no. I just made it sound like a video game. What am I doing? Ballet player. You played a ballet class. But no, you will be the only... You will be one of the few people who's still able to do ballet pretty well. So you might have better job opportunities. Who knows?
Yeah, and plus I'm pretty good at it, so...
But why did he do backflips off the stairs? Why? I don't know. Why would he do that? But yeah, that is
he's a boy?
Maybe. But I'm like really thinking like, if COVID does disable this many people, because we're already kind of seeing it in like the statistics. Dude, the people who are gonna be the people who like have a job at robbing people, dude, are gonna be so wealthy, dude. I feel bad. Think about it. The COVID damages your heart and you can't run as much, but the thief is undamaged. They just steal your stuff for free. It's a debuff. I think someone made this joke.
Yeah.
Someone made this joke at one point. In the future, it will be better to be in the future, it might be a good time to become a thief now, because in the future people won't be able to run from you as much. That's really dark. That's really dark.
Oh god, but that is.
Also, it might be good to register for the Olympics, as all the athletes can't compete. Although, actually, that is what's starting to happen now. Because I remember, I saw Noah Lyles when he was after his run. He collapsed because he had COVID. But like, he's partying like 2 days afterwards, which is stupid. But like, in the future, if that keeps happening, like, dude, we're gonna have no runners, bro. We're gonna have no Olympics. No sports.
Jeez. Like,
nothing. No entertainment. We're gonna be forced to use AI. That's another thing, right? Because I was actually kind of thinking about this from like an artist perspective, right? Because I use AI. I'm like, oh god, if artists don't take precautions and keep themselves healthy, maybe they built AI as a solution to like fix the problem of like all these humans are not gonna be able to do anything soon. Maybe that's why they're rushing AI so hard. Think about it. This is a bit conspiratorial, but maybe we're advancing AI so much because we know that not enough humans are gonna be able to do stuff in the future. Maybe we're building.
Oh god.
Maybe we're building image generators because we know that artists are gonna be disabled soon. Maybe we know. Maybe we know, so we're building the AI stuff now. It's really scary to think about that. Because I'm thinking, oh, I feel like it's good if you want AI to not take your stuff. But I feel like if you're gonna be sick, right? AI is gonna take your stuff because you won't be able to draw anything anymore, and then it's gonna really suck. So let's try to prevent that so you can still fight AI. Because you can't fight AI.
Jeez, you have a point.
If you can't fight AI, what's gonna happen, dude? No, like, actually think about it. Actually think about it, though. If...
You may have a point.
Since we do know COVID is disabling people, if it does that to enough people and makes their brain cognitive decline where they can't draw as efficiently as they used to, dude, AI is gonna be practically a necessity to get anything done. And that's scary. At least for me. Scary because, like, people are gonna say they're taking our jobs, which they already are. But, like, oh my god, if we don't fix this problem with disease, they're gonna use that to steal so many more jobs. Dude, art is gonna be gone.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
Art's gonna be gone. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's gonna be gone, but there's gonna be so many less
Bro,
artists.
why is Megamind white?
I don't know. But there's gonna be so many less artists, man. Now I think about it, like, dude, if we don't address COVID now, or any diseases that disable people for that matter, you might not have artists. So that means we're gonna be forced to use AI. So we're gonna be forced to use these terrible prompts.
Oh god.
We're gonna be forced to use these things. It's gonna be so bad, dude. Dude, I wish Moon would understand this when I was, like, trying to say this. I didn't say it to her directly, but I'll pose it to her like this from now on. If you want AI to not be a problem, it might be good not to get sick right now. Because if we have too many artists who can't make art in the future, they're gonna use that as an excuse to make AI, to keep AI. Because, you know, if artists can't make art, what can make art? Machines. And they're gonna actually replace you because you can't do anything. And that's a terrifying reality. The real dystopia. Not that AI is gonna take away my job now. It's gonna take away my job because I can't work my job. And that's gonna be scary. Because
AI will never remove the YouTubers we made along the way.
Also, sorry, Mia, for me hurting your ears. But imagine though. Think about it. AI is generating everything. It does all the word prompts. People already have to use it more because, like, their brains are getting worse and are getting damaged. So they're making more typos. So they need to use these AI tools to correct their grammar. So we're already seeing that now. Dude, it could get so much worse over these next, like, I know, like, the title's like 2020 and 2029, but seriously, over these next 5 years, it could get so much worse where, like, AI might actually be necessary. So, like, I'm thinking, reform AI, but definitely don't ban this thing, because, like, if things keep going the way that they're going, it will still be, like, probably be a benefit if people aren't disabled, but if they are, dude, we're gonna need this thing. And it's gonna take up so much power. Oh my god. It's so terrifying to think about. Bye, Mia. Thanks for being on stream. But dude, that scares me, dude. I think Sofa agrees with this, because when I phrased it like that, she understood it. It's like,
wow.
Dude.
That is scary.
It's like, dude. Disease is always a big problem. That's always something that needs to be addressed. But for artists who, like, are complaining that AI is taking away their stuff, which they're rightful to do so, guys, I hate to break it to you, but maybe AI maybe AI replacing us is the path, because we're replacing ourselves. Maybe that's it. Maybe because we're getting sick so often, and we're gonna be in the grave sooner. If you think about it that way, maybe AI is gonna be necessary. And then the only art that artists can make when they're, like, depends on how disabled they are, because if they're, like, MECFS, they won't be able to even drink water or get out their bed on their own. If it's that bad, dude, we're gonna need AI, or you're gonna need, like, those brain implants, and then you're gonna have AI draw based on your brain movements, and that's gonna be so scary, dude. Dude, that's so scary. Oh my god. And I know, like, people are saying, like...
That's a horror film right there. Holy crap.
Like, people are saying no AI good now. But, like, I'm thinking, oh god, dude, if we don't do anything... I feel like AI still needs to be reformed. And it definitely needs to be changed or else climate change is going to get a lot worse. But I feel like if we don't do anything...
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to be forced to use AI and forced to, like, have a worse or faster if we don't do something about, like, COVID-19 stuff now. I feel it's gonna be so much worse. And you could hear, like, I'm not trying to give up or anything. I'm like, I understand artists. And I don't really understand why we bash AI so much besides the bad stuff it does. Because, like, you shouldn't bash the people who really use it. You should really be trying to get them off of it. Like, think about AI as, like, the person's on drugs. You do not shame the user because you do not know why they are using it, and some may just use it for fun. But you do go after the people who are giving it to them or making the problem worse. I think that's what artists should do. You shouldn't really go after the people who are generating AI as much unless you're doing it on purpose to piss you off. You should mainly be going after companies who are using it to bankrupt people. Do that. Go after them. Like, have these artist communes, and you could do it. But at the current rate, I feel the future is scary. The future is bleak. But I am not giving up and not checking out. I cannot check out, unfortunately.
Never backing down, never giving up.
Never check out is my quote. Don't check out. It will be very bad if you do. But I mean,
my quote is going to be, I'm straight.
Oh god, dude. But straight like a stick? Or straight like, I don't know. Straight like a stick or straight like a plane? So are you a cylinder? Are you a cylinder or are you a square?
Airplanes are square?
No, like, you know, like the math term? A plane in math is like a flat plane.
Oh, that type of plane. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would maybe be like more of a square. Everything's just perfectly straight.
Dude. Just do the math equations and you can figure out who you are.
Yeah, instead of personality tests, math tests.
I think like at some point I think AI could already like it can't really read exactly what you're thinking, right? But because like they've been able to train it and think about and use brain signals to figure out like what people have been looking at before and then generate an image based off that. Dude, imagine, right? You can train. You have a child who looks at math. Imagine they train them off that for so long. Imagine how the AI is gonna be able to use that information and realize, oh, this is how that person's feeling during a math problem, and then the government somehow uses that to figure out when someone's trying to plan something. That would be extremely dystopian, but that'd also be like really cool because now I know, oh, so this person's having a hard time understanding something. Now I ask AI, how do I make this more simple for the person? Like, I think AI has a good use in like it could simplify things and make monotonous tasks easier and make creative tasks like faster. I'm completely dumbfounded by the fact that how does AI not have an actual way in drawing software to be useful yet, besides generating images? How do we not have AI generated strokes that know what you're trying to draw? How do we not have that? It's like,
that is a good question.
It's like, oh, I know you're drawing a sketch and you drew this line. What if you drew a line and the AI automatically puts it on the right layer? Like, think about that. We don't have that yet, dude. It's all generate. It's all generate, but it's not. If you use a pen and you draw a certain stroke in a certain way and analyze your image, you realize, oh, you want this at this level most likely to help you with this. Or there's just like, based off the shapes you draw, it's like, it gives you templates for what you could use and then allows you to like copy paste those templates. We don't have that yet. They need to, like, if AI is going to be useful for artists, I feel like they need to put it in a way that actually works for people who are drawing their stuff and makes it easier. Not just generating images. Because you're just generating, it doesn't really help. But if it could use like the inputs that you make and like figure out what you want to draw, and then like make additional steps maybe that you could turn off optionally, I feel like that would be much better. I don't know how
honestly it would.
I don't know how other artists are thinking about this. I don't know. But I think like maybe if AI also had like a feature where you're trying to draw in a specific style, that it automatically adjusts the brush to drawing your specific style, or like gradients are automatic based on how you draw stuff. So if you do, like, let's say like Sofa was drawing Shiver, for example, and she wanted to put the hair, but she wanted it to be a little lighter, so she added 3 colors there, right? She could use like a smudge tool. Not smudge tool. She could use, like right now, I think it's a layering thing. But AI could do something where it looks at those colors, sees how you lay them out, and then you guide it to smooth out and make the gradients that you want. I think that would be so much better than just like generating it and then being wrong, you know?
Yeah.
I think that works. I don't know. I love how the happiest music plays when we're talking about this.
Yeah.
What song is this? It's 103 Can It Be Chaos. Yeah, the music selection by the autoplay has actually been pretty good. But it hasn't played my favorite song yet. I don't like that. But I guess like any final I'll change the last song. Any final thoughts before like we end the interview? Because like not many people have came by, but I'll put this I'll ping everyone in your server to watch this.
Yeah, just have them watch the VOD. Or, I mean, yeah, you know, we be having fun. So
Any final like words before like we end it?
There's only really one thing I have to say.
What's the word? What's the sentence? Right?
I lied.
You lied?
I'm gay. I'm gay.
Oh, yeah. Oh. We changed.
Not actually, no. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. Maybe you could like make the decision at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, currently I am invested in women. Like, I am more invested than a person that bought crypto back when it, you know.
Crypto when it crashed. Oh wait, no.
When it crashed.
When it exploded, I think. I don't know. When it exploded upward,
yeah,
not downward.
Either way. Yeah. But yeah.
All right, guys.
That's all I have to say.
This has been the interview with Kyrb. This has lasted 2 hours and 35 minutes. We will let you guys hear the rest of this song on loop for one more time. Well, actually 3 more times, because technically it loops twice in each iteration. So we'll let you guys hear that, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll just mute Kyrb. Well, I won't mute Kyrb, but this will be it, and we'll just have like We'll put back on the original song. Let's do that. So we'll do that for you guys.
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching the stream. We hope to see you guys next time. I don't know if I'm gonna do another interview. We might do it with a different person. Who knows? If you guys have a person you would like to suggest, just send it to me on Discord. I don't know who we'll do. Maybe we'll try to like find some more people. Some suspects who like being online and not hiding behind their online identities. So we'll find someone else. But I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. We'll see you guys maybe another time. I don't know, maybe in about, it's currently Sunday, August 25th, my time. So maybe in a month or so. Or maybe on the Great American Election Day. On Election Day, we'll be back here. We might be back here for Election Day, who knows. But I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. There's a lot of stuff to unpack, so I'll just leave the stream file for you guys to watch. I won't add any timestamps. You must find all the good moments yourself. Sorry, but I will not do that. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, bye guys. Hope you guys have a good day.